Saw a post recently from a riding instructor who said, I'm done. I'm just done. I've tried everything. The industry is too toxic and no one values what we do. And I'm choosing peace and I'm leaving the horses behind. And it stopped me in my tracks and my heart sunk. Not because I was shocked, because I'm not shocked, but because I've heard versions of this story so many times. Business owners in the equine world who are truly passionate, they're hardworking, they're talented, but they're totally burnt out. Now, if your brain feels full, if your body's exhausted and you're starting to wonder if you can even keep this going, I've done this episode just for you because you're not broken. You're not bad at business. You're carrying a lot. And sometimes it's really hard in those situations to know how to fix that and what you need and what you want. So today we're going to talk about why horse businesses feel so hard, but more importantly, how we're going to lighten the load and what we're going to do about it. So
you're listening to the Equine Business Podcast. Practical business support for equine business owners with Jenni Bush, the Equine Business Mentor.
Running a horse business isn't just about clients or social media or invoices. It's loads of different things depending on what you're doing in the industry, from planning lessons to managing the unpredictable animals. Like horses are crazy unpredictable. We've got client emotions, we've got weather, we've got travel, we've got family, you've got physical exhaustion. And then layering things like admin, accounting, marketing, business strategy, all on top of that. No wonder your brain feels full. No wonder you feel tired. This isn't just being busy. There is a whole load of physical load, emotional load, and mental load. And the invisible weight that you're carrying, the weight of everything in your brain all the time, and the weight of the worry if you're going to pay the bills, and when people don't pay you and everybody takes you as a mark, it's really hard, right? And I hear you on this. So it's not always a mindset issue. And sometimes we can be like, oh, I just need to stop being hard on myself and beating up. There is a level of mindset to everything. But when your brain is carrying too much, when you're in the state of fight or flight, or when you've got some trauma going on, it just gets harder to make decisions, to stay consistent, to focus, to remember what actually matters. And I know in the moments when my husband had his stroke and things were really, really tricky and people were like, oh, if you need any help, what can I do? And I couldn't tell them. I just knew it was really hard. I didn't know what I wanted until I needed it. It was just so hard to even forward think. You start to procrastinate. You start to avoid things. Maybe you even question if you're even cut out for this. The worst part of it is most people think that it is just about mindset and mind over matter, or you just need to be more motivated, or I just need to try harder, or I'm missing something, or it's all about me and I'm not good enough. Everybody else seems to cope. Maybe it's just me, but your brain isn't broken. It's just totally overloaded. And the equine industry is especially full of unpredictable stresses, which just stacks the mental load even higher, like your hay bill going up, the feed bill, something bursting, fence breaking. There's more stresses than people realise. And you probably don't need more help, but you probably do need some structure. Most equine business owners are just trying to grow without a framework. So no plan, no clear priorities, no boundaries, no way of staying firm and anchoring yourself in those boundaries when people push them. And you're just trying to hold it all together in your head and power through. It's just not sustainable. Support doesn't always mean hiring a team. It just means getting some structure in place. So things like looking at your systems that show what matters today, going back to why you started this business, what you wanted from it, and redesigning your business model. So often the business models are just broken. Especially in the horse world, it's like we see how other people have done it for years and we just think that's the only way to do it. And we copy that and copy that and copy that and copy that and copy that. And we bring over all their hang-ups. We bring over all their martyrdom, all their all so hard or whatever. And we think that's the only way to run a business. Then we wonder why that's happening. And we see it a lot in when I was teaching a lot, sometimes I'd look at what kids were doing and be like, what are you doing that for? And they'd be like, oh, because that's what I watched somebody do that, and so I'm copying it. And that person then that person copied it off somebody else, and that person copied it off somebody else, and that person copied it off and they're all wrong. It's just like, why did you even do that for? It reminds me of, there's a story, and I think I read this in Secrets to a Millionaire or something like that. The Secrets of a Millionaire. It's a book. Anyway, I can't remember the name of the book, so I apologise for whoever wrote the book. I've forgotten the name of your book. But it's like a girl goes to cook a ham and she puts the ham in a pot and cuts off each end of the ham and she cooks the ham. And so somebody said, why are you doing that? She said, well, I don't know. My mum always did it that way. So she goes and asks Mum, why do you cut the ends of the ham off when you're cooking it? And she said, well, I don't know. My mum did it that way. So she goes to ask Grandma, why do you always cut the end of the hand wash? Well, I just did it to fit it in my pot. Sometimes there was no real reason to doing it. And we're just copying things that actually then don't work for us, or it's just crazy. And I think it happens an awful lot. So systems that are aligned with what you want for your business, what you want for your life, what you really truly want this to be. And we can change your business to be that. It is possible. Trust me on this, it's so possible. We can look at what you've done. Just because that's how you've always done it doesn't mean that's how you always have to do it. So systems that show you what matters today, a system that helps you to have a path that you can follow without making 100 decisions, a system that helps you to hold your boundaries when you feel pushed or when somebody's trying to take the mickey out of you. Yeah. A way to make your business run that doesn't depend on your energy every single day, so that if you are having a low day, you can still go forward. You can still make sure that everything's in place. So the mental load can come down. It's not going to come down magically all at once, but bit by bit by bit, so that you can start to feel lighter again. You can start to focus again and get things moving forward. So do you know where your load is coming from? Do you know where your load is coming from? And do you want to know where your load is coming from? Because you can't fix what you can't see. And this matters so much, because sometimes we know there's a load of stuff, but we're not really sure. It all just feels out of balance. Everything feels out of whack. I've got a quiz called the Equine Business Health Check. It's a 2-minute survey quiz that shows you where your business is strongest, where your business is wobbly, what you need to fix first, and what to stop without thinking. It's all based around my Gallup strategy, so it makes it super simple as well to make the fixes. Now, most people feel just 50% lighter just actually seeing their results and like, okay, I see where it's not balanced. And it's not about getting judgment or beating yourself up or having all those moments. It's about just getting some clarity, taking the emotion out of it, getting clear. And if your brain feels totally full, the first step is just some clarity again. So I'll pop the link to that in the show notes. But just know, if you're feeling overwhelmed or burnt out or just unsure if you can keep going in this, you have people in your team. You can head over into the Equestrian Business Support Network. You can share it all out there if you like. You can post anonymously. We can be there to support you. That is our job. We are here to support you. So you don't have to publicly post it on your page when you need their help. Please know that it is there for you. You're not the problem. Sometimes it's your system. Sometimes it's your mindset. Sometimes it's your business model, and we can fix all of that. So take the Equine Business Health Check. The link, as I say, will be in the notes. It will take you just a few minutes. It will give you a personalized plan to reduce your load. And then I'll send you a few emails that will be really specific to you to help with that. You deserve to run a business that works with you and not one that drains you. So thanks so much for listening. I'm going to catch you on the next one. And of course, if you enjoyed the podcast, make sure you subscribe and leave a review, because it always really helps. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon.